6:38, and I'm gonna go ahead and get up, and shuttle will be here in about an hour and 20 minutes. I'll get some breakfast, I'll get dressed, and I'll get back on the trail. Yes, indeed. 2 cups of coffee, got some cereal, got some snack bars, got some clementines. I'm gonna bring those on the trail with me. Breakfast is served. There's Downhill. She was kind enough to scoop me up yesterday, and now she's dropping me off in this lovely weather. Bye. Thank you, Downhill. Appreciate you.
Happy hiking.
Thank you so much. And Neil Gap. The time is 8:13. Sorry, I thought I dropped my gloves there. I'm just gonna get under this awning and don my poncho, put away my mask, and get walking. All right, folks. Lovely morning to you. It is 8:23, and you can see just over my shoulder, I'm just breaking out of mountain crossings awning there. So you're on the poncho, put on my gloves, put away my phone, all that sort of stuff, and we're back down trail now. So definitely a bit wet today, but so far not too brutal. I did put on the full rain kit though, so it's going to be the first test on the AT hike of the rain socks, the rain pants, the rain jacket, the poncho. Pretty much got the full kit, so feel free to tease. I know it's overboard, but we're just going to see what works. So I think we got about a 1.5 mile climb today, right out of mountain crossing, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn off, and I'll check back in with y'all a little later. See you then. Howdy folks, it is 10:06, and I just ran into a couple of gals attempting a through hike. A mother-daughter duo, actually. It was why and because. Ran into them just a very short time ago, maybe less than a 1/4 mile back. I'm not going to bother taking out my phone to see exactly where I am right now. I know I'm someplace on the Appalachian Trail between Neil's Gap and the first shelter north of Neil's Gap. I did just pass what was supposed to be a beautiful view, but I didn't even bother to film the joke. Just wanted to pop in, say hi, tell you it's a beautiful day out. Definitely sprinkling a little. I put it probably in the low 40s though. So I got, you know, the pit zips open and everything else, just wearing a t-shirt under my rain jacket and then a poncho over top of everything. And I'm actually pretty comfortable. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep beating on down trail here. Why and because actually said that they are targeting the same shelter as I am down at the Low Gap shelter. So weather's supposed to dry up at some point this afternoon, but we'll kind of see how that goes, and if it does, perhaps we'll introduce you. All right, I'm gonna keep on moving, and I'll check in with you all a little later. Low gap tonight, Unicoi tomorrow. Hey there folks, how's it going? It's just about a quarter past noon right now, and it has been like this all day. It's kind of in between raining sometimes in like the style of like a light mountain drizzle, I would say, and then sometimes it becomes a little more substantial into what you might call a kind of like a real rain. Definitely a real rain, but not like a super serious rain, if that makes any sense. There's a lot of the trail that's just kind of sloppy slip-slop. I think I've had like 4 or 5, 6 just little slips so far. Go ahead and knock on wood again. Yeah, but I'm feeling good so far, man. Feeling real good. I think that Nero yesterday was like just perfect. Just an opportunity to lay down, take a shower, get all your clothes dried up. I mean, some good that did me now, but yeah, it was really good to just kind of take a break. So so today we're moving along pretty nicely, actually. Again, this weather's, while it is wet and it is slippery, it's kind of just perfect. I don't know if it was the Nero yesterday or the weather today or what, but it's like it's not too cold. The wind is kind of hit and miss, and I'm just kind of clipping along, feeling really good. I think I'm probably a little less than 4 miles away from Low Gap Shelter, which is where I'm going to be posting up tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get down there. I had planned on stopping. There's a shelter before Low Gap Shelter that I had sort of marked as like a spot to stop and get some lunch or something. But I didn't realize somehow until I walked past the sign for it that is like 1.2 miles off trail, and there's just not a chance that I'm gonna walk 2.4 miles out and back to get to a spot for lunch. So so I may go ahead and just mash a couple bars while it's not really raining too hard, and then I will get back to walking. So I'll check in with y'all back at the shelter. See you later. Well folks, I only just came back from eating those bars I just mentioned, and man, it is like the good Lord snapped his fingers and said, let there be views. I don't know how much this is going to come out on the camera, but boy, in no joke, a matter of less than a minute, so much of this fog has disappeared. I think the only water falling at this exact moment is just drip off from the trees. And all of a sudden, I can see for miles and miles and miles down that way, right up through here, right out through there. That way, looks like it might still have some rain. So for the folks who are behind me on the trail, they might be getting rained on, but goodness, if it keeps up this way, they really have quite a treat to look forward to with that view. So yeah, keep on hiking. Yo, this mist, it just, I've been thinking about it the past like mile, about how to explain how strange this mist is, this fog or haze or whatever. And the only way I can think of to explain it is like that it just slithers around like an eel through coral reefs. It's like mysterious, it's mobile, it's slow moving, and like kind of, it's just strange. It seems to have a mind of its own. I've been panned this way for this whole shot, and you'll see if I turn around over on that side of the ridge, there's even some blue sky back there. And it's so cool. I mean, how do you get bored out here? It's a lot of fun. So yeah. Man, it is 2 o'clock on the nose, and I gotta tell you, I'm almost sad I'm here already. It has been a tremendous day for hiking. Just a tremendous day. Granted, the back of my pants is all muddy. My boots are muddy. Everything's just a little bit wet. My gloves wetted out. But, I mean, the temperature is mild as all heck. And, you know, spirits couldn't be higher. I'm going to give a lot of credit to the weather. I'm going to give a lot of credit to the Nero yesterday. But spirits are high. And I'm excited today. What a great day it was. I'm going to get to camp. I'm going to pitch my tent. And check back with y'all. And oh man, what a beautiful shelter this is. Shelter itself isn't really all that exciting. You know, room for, I don't know what, 10 if you're really mashing them in. Has this interesting little ladder to get up there. And then if it's a really terrible night, I imagine you could probably see some folks sleeping underneath of there as well. There were a few campsites. The one closest to the trail was really big and sprawling. Looked like room for tons of tents. I don't know what, like, I mean, 10 more tents or something if they're really packed in. But I chose a little bit more of a smaller tent spot. Went ahead and took the privilege of being the first one here. So yeah, but man, this shelter is nuts. So it's got this beautiful picnic table, and then it's got these kind of two converging streams that come right across. So there's one right over here. This huge tree which has fallen down. I imagine that'd make a pretty good natural shelter under that. And then another stream which comes down. You can see all the green growth coming out from around that stream. And then they both head on down that way. Some bear cables here. I'll be hanging up my bag on the bear cables tonight. And that actually leads me to an interesting question. My shuttle driver, Heather, who was kind enough to bring me down to Neal's Gap this morning, did warn that there are bear in the area. And I can't remember exactly how she phrased it, and it got me thinking about it. I wasn't sure whether the proper phrasing is there is bear in the area, there are bear in the area, or there are bears in the area. So that occupied my brain for a lot of the hike. Pretty boring, but I'm not sure which one's most correct. So if you know, or if you have an opinion, go ahead and drop it in the comments down below, because I'm pretty curious. So I also wanted to let you know that on the hike this morning, I did pass those two women who were hiking together, the mother and daughter, and I saw, like, I don't know what, probably 10 tents and hammocks still pitched up along the trail. So I do imagine there's going to be a little bit of a crew here tonight. It's a pretty natural stopping point from some of those earlier points closer to Neal's Gap. We're just about 10 miles after Neal's Gap right here. So I do imagine I'll be seeing some folks trickling in. But you know, before they get here, I just wanted to thank everyone who subscribed to the channel. I know it's only like day 4, I think. I think it's only day 4, and we're only like 40 miles in or so. But already like 350 subscribers or whatever. That's absolutely nuts. I know I got a lot of folks from Underdog who I ran into on the trail on day one. That was awesome to run into him. He is kind of like a YouTube AT legend. So what a tremendous honor to run into him, and hello to all of his longtime subscribers. I appreciate you checking me out. All right, y'all, it is just about 6 p.m. I had a really good day today. There were 3 other groups who came into camp at the shelter. One, a pair of younger gals, and then Jane, I think, Paul and Jane from Arizona, which is pretty cool. And then Y and Because did show up. So yeah, so 3 other groups of people here. That's pretty cool. I think the younger gals are going to take the shelter. Jane and Paul, I think, set up topside at that big open campsite, and then Y and Because set up there as well. And I'm kind of in the middle. There's this one little lone sneaky camp spot, which I was pretty excited about earlier and still am. Anyways, it's about 6 p.m. Today I definitely say it was a good day in my book. The poor younger gals, I don't think they had a great go of it today. I think they were pretty frustrated by the rain, but yeah, hopefully tomorrow's a better day for them. Yeah, I think that's all I got, y'all. Tomorrow, hoping to make it down to Unicoi and into Helen for the night. There's a German restaurant I am super excited about, so I will be back in town tomorrow night, and then getting back on the trail the next morning, I think. So we'll see how I feel, but I do feel really good still. So I'm thinking probably just the one night in Helen and then back out on the trail. But yeah, sufficient unto the day are the questions thereof, right? So I'll be going to bed for now. I'll be going to Unicoi tomorrow, and I'll check in with y'all then. Good night.